everybody, it's a new year, new day. This is the first video of 2024, so I'm a little nervous, so please bear with me. With the new year being around, I decided to take my little week-long break, but I'm back and I want to do better, so I'm going to be showing you how I have been prepping slash getting ready for this new year. I feel like 2024 has such a cutesy like vibe and sound to her. I feel like this is gonna be the year that I actually try to attempt to put my energy back into myself, and I'm gonna be showing you how I've been doing that over the past couple days, blah 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 blah. I feel like a lot of people use the new year as an excuse to better themselves, and you know what, I used to be one of those people who was like, you shouldn't wait till the new year to do better, you're lazy, lousy, stupid. I realized as I've grown into the adult and my frontal lobe has developed a little bit more for my 16-year-old self, it's okay to use the new year as a little check mark or benchmark to actually feel motivated to get yourself together, get back on your habits, and just kind of get your life back to where you want it or start working towards that. Rome wasn't built in a day, so you can't change yourself overnight from December 31st to January 1st. I recently have been putting a lot more emphasis on things such as like my routines and how I just go about my day and get things done. I'm excited to show you guys what we're actually gonna be doing today. But I can't start today without a good breakfast, because one of the things that I've been wanting to work on for the new year, or just this year period, is actually nourishing myself with food at home. As many of you may or may not know, I used to be a DoorDash demon, aka I would get DoorDash literally every single day. So I've been trying to go out of my way to make sure that I have groceries and stuff at home, so I actually have food to turn to when I'm hungry instead of turning to the app. It's giving addiction, because that's definitely what it was. Part of the new year, one of my outs has been food delivery apps, and I've been sticking to it for an entire 8 days now, which for me is honestly a miracle. Is that really bad? Maybe, I don't know. First things first, for today, we're gonna go ahead and make ourselves a cutesy little normal people breakfast, because sometimes I feel like on social media, a lot of people emphasize the fact to make things over aesthetic or overly healthy or just way more healthy than the average person. And I used to compare myself and my meals to those people a lot, but I've come to realize as long as I feel nourished, fed, pretty much all that matters. This is the best one yet. What the hell? Officially in my newly redone, repurposed, reestablished office area, and you're probably sitting here like, Aliyah, it looks exactly the same. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? For the new year, I decided that I needed to revamp and kind of reestablish my kind of office area. This mic is not on, it's just attached to my desk and I have nowhere else to put it. I recently reorganized, revamped, reestablished what my office space means to me and what over the past couple weeks, I've just realized that I'm so much more than just somebody who needs an office space to work, and I need more of a space to where it pertains to my hobbies. So I decided from going from calling this an office to a hobby room, because I feel like as an adult, just a way to kind of make my inner child come out. I want a space that allows me to kind of do things that I enjoy, that doesn't involve buying like kids toys or like involving in stuff that I was like doing as a kid. It more has to deal with refining that spark of creativity and imagination that I had as a child, and having a space where that can really run free. And yes, I still do work in here, but I also find a level of creativity and comfort in YouTube videos, which is why I still do them and see them as such a big hobby, because girl, I've been doing these for 10 years now as of this month. My love for what I'm able to create from scratch and what I can bring to people's lives in my little pocket of the internet is absolutely insane, and I still have the exact same emotions that I used to have when it comes to posting videos. Still feel super giddy and just really happy with no matter who watches my videos, how many people watch them. I just love the process of what comes from making these types of things and how I can actually reach people and touch people in ways, whether it be through entertainment or if they need some comfort. I'm always here, and that's what I really always liked about it. But I'm not gonna go on my YouTube spiel about that. Now, I had everything in this office, from stuff from like crocheting and my cameras and my coloring books, but I feel like for a certain point of when I've lived in this house, it just came to the point where I only worked in here. But I've been trying to go out of my way to actually go and tackle and do some of my hobbies that I enjoy doing while in this space, and it definitely makes this space feel more uplifting and just more enjoyable to be in. I wanted to show you guys the kind of organization process of how that kind of went. Let's roll the clip of when I organized my office. First step to New Year's resolutions: keeping my space clean. I want to keep my space cleaner, but I can't do that if it's already messy. I think the first thing that I want to do for my office is actually clean it up and then organize, because I was going to try to organize and then clean, but that's a little bit backwards. Nothing's getting done with it looking like this, I can promise you that. I spend most of my time at my desk, and the fact that it looks like this, absolutely unacceptable. I need to do something about it immediately. Hopefully we can make a really big dent today, because the new year starts in 2 days and I'm just now starting this. Definition of never can. Never can. Look at this. Like in theory, it could be worse. But in my theory, this is the worst because my iPad is also dead. So what good is that going to do me? Like my office has a new feeling and just kind of attachment to it of comfort, relaxing, and although like I said I still do work in here, it's not just work, it's play now. I love to take time and just do my hobbies in a certain dedicated space, and honestly it's really fun and I've been having a blast being in here. While I was sitting in this office and kind of discussing my personal ways that I'll be achieving my goals, I wanted to let you guys know that one of my biggest tips for just anybody who asks me anything, I will say you can do all the deep cleaning and organizing you want, but if you don't have good systems in place to maintain those types of systems, they will not be beneficial to you. So I will say when it comes to stuff like that, keep things as simple as possible. It's okay to go back and rearrange and redo some old systems that you may not think may need some revamping, but if you sit and really look at a space, it's like, oh, I could make this a little bit more efficient for myself. But you know, no further questions. For example, when I did my office, it was completely fine how it was, but I just needed a more efficient way to organize and kind of sort everything because it can get really chaotic in here from my filming equipment because it's so much of it, my PR, and just kind of things that brands send me for contracts and all that, and keeping files on a wrap. So it can pile up really easily. So that's why I decided to personally redo my office, just because even though it doesn't need to be fixed, there was a better way to do it. And I feel like applying better ways and systems that are actually going to be more effective, even though they may not be needed, can really make a big difference in your mental health when it comes to organizing your life and maintaining your space. I know you be in that bedroom every day. I know that closet is busting at the seams with clutter, okay? I know it is, I'm there. But that doesn't mean you can't change it to be better and put a better system in for your mental health and your sanity. I think we should all live and die by that, okay? Back to the New Year shenanigans, because that was only a part of it. I recently gave my Notion a complete revamp for the first time in 2 years, right? And a lot of y'all know me for my organization ways and methods and tips, and I still do those types of things. But I feel like hold on, let me put my little Harry Potter glasses on, little blue light glasses. She's slaying. Or is it too distracting? I think it might be a little bit too distracting. We'll save that for later. I wasn't really sure if I was gonna do a Notion tour anytime soon. If you guys wanna see it, that's perfectly fine. But I did wanna go over some things that I did in my Notion to kind of set me up for the new year. I'm not gonna be showing you my entire layout just because I don't know if you guys want a Notion tour or care if you want to dedicate a video or a vlog. I don't know what you want from me. But if you do want one, I will do one. I decided to put this in my Notion as well as my new journal, just because I need to document what is going on in my life on a day-to-day basis. Even if I only feel like it's a really mundane task, I feel like documenting what is going on in my life inside a journal is going to make the biggest difference in tracking in my triggers, what makes me super happy, what lifts my mood up when I need it, or what brings me down, so what should I avoid. And I feel like keeping track of that in a journal is the best way to do so. So I got one. This one is from Amazon. It's super cute. It's hardcover. It has regular college ruled paper in here. Instead of completely getting ready for 2024 and just going to things that I want to happen, I decided to reflect on things that have already happened. So I started looking at my 2023 achievements and things that I did in 2023 that I'm super proud of. So like, for example, graduating college at 21. I bought a house. I left the country twice. I also got my first brand deal that required travel. That's not all of them, but those are my like big ones jarring in my face. Like there's no way I can ignore that these happened. And I also wrote down some feelings that I liked in 2023. For example, I wrote down spending time with friends after a really long day and them easing my mood. Also the feeling in my stomach when a plane took off, and the buildup of posting a video I know would do well. Feeling of posting a YouTube video that I'm really excited about how I edited, and just small stuff like that. It makes you feel like, wow, I really did a lot more than I thought I did, and I had a lot more good feelings than I thought I did. And it's a really nice way to kind of sit down and reflect, because you can't really move forward until you tackle what you already went through. And instead of focusing on my goals as big goals, I decided to break them down into milestones, because I am going to be implementing and seriously implementing the 12-week year this year. If you don't know what that is, the 12-week year essentially brings 365 days, 52 weeks down into 12 shorter years. So there's gonna be about 4, I would say I do them by quarter, roughly, give or take, because everything's kind of different. It's a leap year, right? Basically, I have my first quarter or my first year kind of established with my mini milestones of things that I want to focus on this quarter or first year within 12 weeks. So let's say one of my goals is to be at 700K on YouTube by the end of the year. Instead of just focusing that in the entire year, let's say I want to make it to 660K by the first year. Okay, so that's getting like over 10,000 subscribers in 12 weeks. Another more attainable example I think would be if I wanted like 125k on Instagram, because I'm at 123k on Instagram. So breaking them down into smaller goals has definitely helped me kind of just create more of a sense of attainability, because when you look at such a big goal such as learning a new language, reading 100 books and stuff like that, it can be so hard to actually figure out where to start, and it can be so overwhelming because it seems so big and so far. You don't really know which way you want to look at it from, or like how you're gonna attain these things. So it's like, I want to do this, but I don't really know how. So creating this kind of like 12-week year, I didn't create it, but using the kind of 12-week year method definitely breaks it down into smaller things. And at the end of each 12-week year, I will check in, reanalyze, and kind of revamp how I'm gonna go about the next year as we go. Making sure that I'm attentive to what's going on up here and right here. I definitely think that having this method will make my life a lot easier and make me feel like I'm actually achieving more. Even if I don't necessarily reach some of these goals, I know that I worked towards them and had more milestones than I think. Something else that I need to start implementing throughout my kind of like morning routine is just reevaluating what I need to do for the day. Because when I tell you, I will write a to-do list and just be like, okay, as soon as I'll just get it done by like a certain time. Hours go by and it's like, oh girl. I used to do this when I was in college. Not to be like, ew, I used to do this when I was in college, like, oh, I'm such an old hag. But I used to do this when I was in college. I used to use this time management method called time blocking, where I literally set specific times for me to get certain tasks done. And when I tell you, this used to be a deal breaker for me when it came to being a student, because I would have 10,000 things to do, and I would literally go in my what I needed to do for that week, put my to-do list per day, and then set each task per time based on how I know my emotions flow. And when I tell you, I literally became an academic weapon in less than 6 weeks. Like, it was kind of ridiculous. So I think I want to start time blocking again. I do notice that this year I also want to go ahead and start doing digital planning again, because it's just so fun. One of my close friends, Nicole, actually sent me her digital planner, so I set it up over the time in which I was kind of doing my little mini New Year's reset. It keeps me on track with what I need to do, and it also activates a part of my brain that hasn't been itched in weeks, which involves writing stuff down. I don't write anymore, so having a journal in the iPad to kind of keep me and my writing muscles adequate and on top of one another and just continuously progressing. 2024 is my year of granny hobbies. Yes, I'm investing into my hobbies and interests once again consistently, and I decided to do this by starting to invest in some supplies for my journal that I mentioned before. And so far, I've been having the time of my life making these cute little layouts into something that I let my emotions out in very frequently, and I 10 out of 10 recommend investing back into your hobbies and skills when you can. Along with my granny hobbies, I decided that I'm just too old to not be learning new things, and when it comes to new things, it could be from interest to skills to new hobbies, and I really have been loving Skillshare and just free online YouTube courses just to make sure my brain is getting the little power that it may need. Currently having my first ever lift since getting my nails done. So you know what I'm gonna do? Pop this sucker off. It's the first time I've ever had a nail lift from my new nail tech. I think this is my sign that I should probably take a break. I've had these on for, I don't even know, like it's been a few months. It's the same set that I got from the jump. Sometime this week I may go and get the rest soaked off, but maybe this is my sign. Give my nails probably like a 2-week break and then go right back into the antics. So, typical me behavior, just don't mind me. Maybe I can glue it back on. Well, no. I am out the shower. I'm clean, I'm fresh, my skin is soft, I exfoliated, I shaved, I washed, I did the whole nine, my night shower, per usual. But I'm about to do some skincare right now. So I went ahead and brushed my teeth because I need to go back into brushing my teeth before I do my skin. Why put all that stuff around my mouth if my toothbrush and my aggressive brushing is just gonna take it away anyway? I'm gonna give you a little updated skincare routine. y'all know I have combo oily skin, so my skincare routine is a little bit interesting. So I'm gonna show you how I deal with it, because right now it's the winter and some may say it's dry, but I have a way of dealing with it. I have a way, just hold on. Recently I've been trying to keep a lot of my dead dry skin off my face, and I do that by using the ordinary glycolic acid, because this is that girl. I use it for everything, whether it be under my underarms or if my feet are dry. I can apply this and everything will come out soft, exfoliated, and smooth. And instead of using a cotton pad to reduce some waste, I just go in with my hands. Now usually I wash my hands before I apply my skincare, just because you shouldn't be mixing whatever's on your hands into your face. That's just something I've been doing over the past couple of weeks, and I've noticed a difference in my skin besides this little monster right here. I'm over here pointing like I have a nail. This monster right here. I actually didn't wash my face for 1 day. Literally the next day I felt the pain forming on my chin. I said, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Lo and behold, I got a pimple and it hurts so bad. But thankfully it's in the last few stages of existence, because the whitehead already kind of lived its life and blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares. Next, let's move on to something I've recently added, and I've noticed such a huge difference as I'm sitting here looking at myself, and my under eyes look so much better. I've been using this for about a week now, and this is the First Day Beauty Brighten and Glow Eye Cream with niacinamide that's safe for sensitive skin. And this is just an ice cream? Close. This is just an ice cream. Again, you guys really haven't seen me work in a few videos. It's actually been a really long time if I'm not mistaken, but it actually does a lot to my eye health, to where under my eyes gets super dark. And I think this is the first eye cream that I've used and I actually see like a difference in my under eyes. So I definitely like this. If you're looking for one, I would definitely get like the little trial size. I don't know why, I think they sent me this in PR, and I've been wanting to try an eye cream, especially because I noticed under my eyes get super dry and just really dark and dull in the wintertime, on top of me being on my computer so often. So this is just a little bit of a booster. Under my eyes feels a lot more bouncy as well, and just like brought back to life. I usually go in with the La Roche-Posay Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream for my moisturizer, but because especially around my nose has been so dry, I'm actually gonna use Aquaphor Baby as kind of a slugging solution. You do not need a lot. Quite frankly, this might be too much. Applying moisture slowly and in small layers makes the biggest difference. Like if you know, you know. I've been trying to do a lot better with keeping up with both my morning and night routines. I feel like it adds a little bit more structure to my day, and I set both of them up to set me up for those portions of the days. Like for example, my night routine is made for me to unwind and just kind of ease down, while my morning routine kind of gets me ready for the day and whatever I have going on. Having a morning and night routine that allow you to set you up for the day and end your day off with feeling a little bit more relaxed and ready to get some good sleep is a game changer. I used to just get up willy-nilly, no thoughts, just vibe. I kind of have a set to-do list, no specific time, but kind of a set to-do list of things that I want to do before I get my day started, or like things I want to do before I lay down for the night. And it makes the world of a difference. And something else that I've implemented before, kind of fell off of, but I'm gonna get back on. I'm going to implement my high and low energy morning and night routines. If you don't know what that is, basically they both just appeal to how you're feeling when you wake up. And of course the same applies to your night routine. So you can have a high or low energy night routines. Like for example, for my low night routine, I would probably just take a shower, brush my teeth, and get in the bed. No reading / journaling, nothing of the sort. But for my morning routine, I'd probably just wake up, brew myself, brush my teeth, get ready for the day, have breakfast, and that's pretty much it. When you create the morning routines that have like 5,000 things to do, this, that, and the third, it could be really hard to keep up with them, and you could beat yourself up for not wanting to complete your morning routine, and you feel like ass. Like nobody wants to do that. So I think having a high and low morning routine can really make the biggest difference in your mental health. Don't mind me, I'm not a therapist or a licensed professional, so what do I know? So I'm in the bed now. It's currently about 10:20 p.m. and I'm about to read until my eyes cannot stay open. I'm trying to not put too much screen time on my phone. The closer to bedtime, I'm actually cutting it really close because it is 10:20 and I want to be asleep by 11:20. Turn my phone on sleep mode for the night and we are going to go to bed. That as much as I would love to sleep with you, maybe you could stay next time, I'm not sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, the more easygoing type of vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really fun, really easy for me to make. If you guys want to see more from me, let me know. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you on the next one. Or if you're in a binging mood, you can watch one of the videos on the screen because I definitely have my own set of recommendations of my personal best videos, and sometimes YouTube picks better for you, so there's also one for you on here as well. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video and I will see you on the next one.